Alright, while we wait for yet another murderer who might carry us to the very end of Inchai Private Eye's life, we are going to try and work out this. So, he told us to find a briefcase in Macon Street somewhere. I do know Macon Street, but I'm just curious. Like, I can't just make that point to... No, of course not. Let's see if we can find it. We do a theft quest. Valinar suggested I do a stalking one. Have you got this game? Or have you been watching other people play it? How did you know stalking ones were a thing? Let's see. No, you don't have it yet. Risen added it to their wish list. Jeff has been playing it. Nightbringer's been playing it. Hello, Srenty. There was a lot of reports early on that stalking quests were kind of bugged. I've never tried one. Or, I've never done an arrest one. I don't know if that's a different type. Either way, this is Macon Street. Oh, that looks like it might be... That looks like graffiti. But I don't think it's that graffiti. I'm going to miss all these augments when it's a new character. But the game will be harder, especially if it's a larger city. Oh, that could be it. Actually, yeah, I think... Doesn't that look like it? It looks like there's a clock. Is that a clock? Because I believe this whole strip of road here is, yeah, is Macon Street. Oh, it could be that light at the end of the street. Oh. It is that light at the end of the street. Oh, there we are, right there. Where is it? There it is. Yoink. Seth Booner. Who I'm going to call Seth Boner. Okay, so we've actually met this guy then. We know quite a bit about him. Take a photo. Oh yeah, we were doing a vandalism. We have to go wreck his apartment. Why do I know you? Head of HR. I feel like if he'd been murdered, I would have remembered the name Seth Boner. Either way, we can look him up in the phone book. Hello, crazy. B for Boner. There you are. Location Picket Heights 501. Cause 800 worth of damage and take a pic. Oh, do I still have? Yeah, still got the camera. Boing. Hello. Who are you? Violet Henderson. You I remember. I think I've knocked you out at some point. Maybe that's why they had a broken arm. I've definitely been in here, I think, because the TV is on in there. Do I have the key? I don't have the key.
Small change.
Girl's gotta live.
Yeah, well, listen good, or you ain't gonna be living much longer.
How do I get in?
You were riding the elevator in the wrong direction on this one. You hear me?
Is this apartment 5?
Angel ain't going around icing folks for what they said or did. It's who they were.
Yes, it is.
Lock the door, you.
Ooh.
When we talk, people listen. Responsible, reliable, real
Sorry,
time.
this is a home invasion.
Every minute of every day. and/or news.
I'll make this easy for you. You hadn't worked for years. You've got a record longer than a top-floor beauty catalog. No corp would touch you for any position an inch above the gutter. Am I on the right
Taking your
track?
wallet.
You stumbled upon a swap job. Easy enough. Turn a condo over and scrap. Only when you saw the place,
Can I not open
something
these?
changed.
Actually, that might be enough damage. It says I've done
28 rolls up.
2,000.
All that rosewood gold trip got you soured up and soft. So you decided to take things further.
Cause 800 worth of damage, take a photo.
I know you're going to squeal, Mr. Franklin. You're going to give me
Yes, I
names.
have done that. Take a photo of the damage. There you go.
How much does
Plot
it
course
pay
to
for a
hand
hatchet
in.
job like that? Enough
I'll
for
see
you to
myself
convince
out.
yourself it would be the last one.
Eleventh floor. I wonder if more footprints are generated if the weather has been like raining or snowing. I didn't take fall damage because I am augmented to not take fall damage. Huzzah! Let's see how far that gets us. Okay, the last little gap is quite long. So we definitely have time to fit in another one before a murder happens. Let's hand this in. I'll see if there is like a stalking one or whatever. I don't really want to do an arrest one, but I guess we could check it out just to see what it's like. I don't want to help the Starch Cola Corporation. Is this one of the places? Oh yeah, did this have a notice board in here? It did. Sleuth for, oh yeah, tailing and acquisition. Might try that just to see then, because that is different to these business ones. Public humiliation, that's the enforcer one. And I've already got that. Sure, how much is this paying? 1750, 1950. I'll take the one that's worth more, thanks very much. Paganos, 2126. That's no more careful than using the phone I was using. Really, but I do need to remember where Paganos is. I think that's it here. Somewhere in your vicinity is a citizen with a briefcase? They're of average build and average height. Blonde hair, blue eyes. I will soon leave to exchange the briefcase with another individual. Tail the citizen, photograph the exchange if you can. Investigate the recipient, provide their name, steal the briefcase, then call us. Interesting. Do not under any circumstances open the briefcase. Average build. What was it? Blonde hair, blue eyes. Don't know anything else. And they're in this vicinity. What color hair do you have? Nope. I thought that was a hat. Nope. Yeah, I am curious what's in the box. Unknown citizen, long blonde hair. Nope, you're not us. Hang on, why don't I know your name? What's your name? Direna Ra. You must be new to town. Jeffrey Guy. I'm not your buddy, Guy. Violet Henderson. Well, you definitely... Oh! Wait, do you have blonde hair? Is your hair blonde? Oh, it is. Okay, this is our guy. It's Enzo Orario. Oh yeah, it doesn't let you... Oh, there we are. Find and tail the person with the briefcase. Wait for the meeting to take place. Okay, I shall commence Inchai private eye mode. Hello. You going to the park, maybe? It's on the left. No, he's going right. That person's running in fear. I think that person is the one he's doing the exchange with. They're moving... Oh wait, maybe the person is already there? I don't know if that counts or if I have to wait. So the person with the briefcase is Hippie Fontabudabudabudabudabus. Hillary! Oh, you work in the Sync Clinic. You live at 402... 401, sorry, Novak. It's fine. Now, is she going to her job or is she going to her home? Obviously I could just club her and grab it, but that's not exactly subtle in a busy street filled with witnesses. I think she works in that Sync Clinic, so she must be heading home. Unless it's that Sync Clinic, of course. Yeah, good evening, Seth Boner. Thank goodness you don't recognize me. Oh, he's recognizing me. Oh. Try private eye. Oh wait, she is going home. Okay, she lives on the 5th floor. I think it was the 5th floor. 4th floor, glad I checked. She walks slow. didn't see nothing. Oh. I can't pick up the briefcase. Oh. Take print. Why am I taking her print? I know her print. I want to take her briefcase. Maybe I have to search her. I can't even search. What the hell's going on? Also, for being a well-paid doctor, your house sucks. Who the hell is that? Oh, it's next house along, I think. Like, normally you would have the, like, search, investigate. Maybe it's because I've got these open. Nope. The unconscious body is just wiggling its ass. Oh, maybe we're supposed to wait until they put it down in their house somewhere. Oh, they woke up damn quick. There we go, the search is working this time. Briefcase. Take this item. Confirm. Hello, Willie. Don't mind the blood. It'll wash off. Oh, hello, officer. Just practicing a play I'm in. Yes. Play. They'll have a phone. Dragon Burger. See? I knew where this was. Throw it in the sea. Okay, 103 Stubbs Deluxe. It had money in it. You saw as it got thrown, that was filled with money. What route to hand in? Huzzah! So that gives 100. Solving a murder is 250, I believe. Or 350, maybe? I believe I'll celebrate with some damn fine coffee. Caffeine. Hello, Mixer. Forwarding into the... oh. It's fine. It's almost like the person I bludgeoned woke up and called the cops or something. People do be zooming. Yeah, I was very tempted to check it just to see if it would fail. I guess I could have save scummed, but it's fine. I've got a craving for churros. I don't think they look like that. Isn't it long sticks? Continue eating churro. Oh. Bloop. Hell Jazz, I stalked someone to steal a briefcase and concluded a break and enter. We're passing time till a new murderer happens, and I guess I'll just look for another side mission that sounds interesting. Discreet individual, that is a massive amount of pay for that. Business related concern. That probably means they're quite difficult if they're paying out a lot. In terms of just giving you not much info. Oh! Wait, you're closed? Well, hacker voice. Who am I even being seen by? Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, there's a camera right there looking at me. But I'm so small, it didn't see me. Oh, that pays a lot as well, but I can't do that job because it requires talking to staff and they've gone home for the night. It is 2 in the morning, to be fair. Eh. I think I already stole the key to this place. Ooh. Wait, I'm still stinky? How am I still stinky? Hacker voice, I'm out. Okay, I've got to go like buy deodorant or something. How am I still stinky? You. What do I buy for smell? Mints. Yeah, if my breath stinks, it'll be mint or maybe toothpaste. Let's try the mints because I can actually consume the mints. Oh, he downed them all in a oneer. Well, throwing churros is a lot easier than throwing logs. I can't argue with that, yes. Maybe I should finally move this previous murder weapon. It served its purpose. We solved the crime. Whoop! Thrown so much garbage into the sea. Interesting that it still said it was owned by somebody, because both the victim and the murderer aren't on the map anymore, so I don't think that dumbbell belonged to anyone. Picanos is never open when I come by here. Although, once again, I do have the key, so... What's that noise? Sounds like somebody's using this computer. Picanos is mine. Do they always have that camera up there? Photography skills, that's ask staff though. That's an apartment. Demolition work. I wouldn't mind doing another quick... Oh, we can archive this one. This is solved. Yeah, let's do this. We're not going to phone them from here. I've already got a cartographer, don't I? Yes. Wait, they did not still smell me, right? It's hard to tell because I'm not trespassing out here. Alright, anyway, find a usable phone. The downside to being early in the morning. Hillseeker, not today, no, one hasn't happened yet. So I'm making up for it, by doing acts of petty violence. Payphone at Dragon Burger will ring at 3:37. Inchine Private Eye, away! There's only 2 establishments still open. What was that crumpled paper there? Oh, it was a die. This punk messed with the wrong people. Find their apartment, get in, vandalize the place, get out. Take photo or it didn't happen. Wait, are you just telling me who it is? Oh, okay. They're not gonna just tell me who it is. Oh no, there's been a murder! That is not the address he just told me to deliver to, is it? Hang on. I know there's been a murder, we'll go to that, but I just want to fill in this info first. So what information did it give? Did that not count? I'm opening the hidden briefcase. It's open. Well, this one might have glitched anyway, because it's not giving me the extra info from the briefcase, I think. Well, never mind then. It was 1102 Stubbs Deluxe. The Bloody Blaster. Is he going to be a shotgun using killer? Okay, 1102 Stubbs Deluxe. Oops. Ah, okay, we're here early again. Hello. Hello. Yeah, you're the manager at Pagano's. Come here. Did you see anything unusual? Nothing. Alright, what good are you then? I don't know of any way to, like, make this go up. I think we have to wait for the cop to get here. We've been to this floor at some point, multiple times, but fairly recently. Here he comes. Hey, did you see anything unusual? No. Okay. Oh, here they come. No, he's out of breath though. He just teleported through the wall. 102? Yeah. Oh, there's footprints at the door.
Come at the king. You better not miss.
Oh, they would have crapped themselves if they opened the door and Doomfist was sitting there. Thank you, Coco Nest, for resubbing for 44 months with a tier 1 sub. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Heal size 5. Could be the victims. Could also be the big murderers. A Kelobalo. Oops. So that could be the victim, or it could just be someone who lives there. Unknown finger type. Interesting. We'll put that there as well. A Kelobalo. Okay. Oh! Nothing, nothing, nothing. I was just looking for that bean I had earlier. Well, actually, let's see if the neighbors heard anything. They've set up the crime scene so I can sneak in a moment. I'll do what they want. I'll talk to the neighbors. Did you see anything unusual? Nothing. Sorry, that's personal. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, the other cop's leaving, so we can sneak in now. This is 2 citizens lodged in 1. This is despicable. This is some kind of freak. You did see somebody suspicious? Is it the person lodged in your chest? Short black hair. On Monday? Short black hair on Monday. This could be unrelated. Get wrecked. I'm too short for you. You can't defeat me. Oh, I see blood. No, I see a shotgun cartridge. That's why they're called the blaster. They're using a shotgun. No fingerprints. Interesting. Oh, there's the body right there. Oh no, there's something written on the wall and there's no way in hell we can read that. Akelobalu was the one killed. Okay, we have our murder victim, which means this could be our fingerprint of the killer, depending on whether or not they lived with anyone. So anyway, they started blasting the killer, yes. Bullet wound from buckshot, yeah. Examining, they'd been shot to death by a shotgun and none of his neighbours heard anything. We can determine the time of death between 9:15 and 10:30 on Wednesday, January 11th. Wednesday? Oh yeah, okay. So he has actually been dead for a little bit. Not much, but a little bit.
Scratching a living down here. Not like those ladder pulling bums in headquarters.
Interesting. Okay. I already have your print on file, I believe, but
Anderman, don't private peeping pay no more.
About 50
yeah, I must do. What is this? Business card.
Girls got
Didn't have what it takes. Cut to the chase. They must earn my respect. And that's not a normal business card.
You were riding the elevator in the wrong direction on this one. You hear me?
I can't take that either. Is there any fingerprints on it?
Folks, what they said or did, it's who they were that
Not Seth Boner! Oh, don't tell me Seth Boner's become a big old murderer. It's hilarious to me that Seth Boner has fingerprint type GG. Well, that's his business card, so it certainly sounds like Seth Boner, enraged by somebody breaking into his apartment, may have taken a shotgun and done the deed, maybe? I guess that's not 100% because we still have this. Oh, we saw Seth Boner running around in the street and I assumed it's because I hit him. Maybe he was off doing a murder.
You stumbled upon a sweat job. Easy enough. Turn a condo over and scrap. Only when you saw the place, something changed. It was real nice, wasn't it? 28 floors.
Was it GG Seth Boner? Oh, wow. Well, we're obviously looking into him. So he was a company director. I wonder if they worked at the same company. He wanted to buy fish and chips and churros. Fish and chips. The bid alert that nobody remembers. I don't even remember if it was a bid alert. Starch Colar's biggest sweepstakes. Some of these are open, meaning I've been in here at some point. Or the killer was looking for something. He doesn't have a computer, it seems like, unless there's another room. He does seem to have lived alone though, which does mean that there's two fingerprints to examine. He has a double bed, maybe not. That's his reminder, the year you were born. There's his business card, Queensworth and Associates. I feel like I remember Seth Boner working for Queensworth and Associates as well. What a big house. Oh, this will help tell us if only one person lived here. Or not, the files have been stolen. Huh. I've never seen one of those empty before. He was born in 1936. There's someone snoring through the wall. He had a rifle. He also had things of value. Well, I'll need those for later. I'll use your handcuffs to arrest the perp. Yeah, we don't need to hold this. Anyway. Ah, there's some files. So, like everyone else in this world, he was on a lot of medication. That's his employee contract. That is his tenancy agreement. I think he did live alone. He was also very, very wealthy. Huh. So, it does seem like Seth Boner might be our guy, but who is this? If he lived alone. I guess it could be the cop. I guess I I could technically just help myself. I mean, he's not going to use them anymore. He's dead. Doesn't look like he had anything other than the usual spam. I think we should go back and pay a visit to Seth Boner. Actually, let's check their phone book, see if they knew each other, because I think that was the same company. Where is your phone? I'm willing to bet I'm pretty sure it was 501, right? I think that might be right. We can use the normal phone book to confirm. You know what? Let's call him. He's probably back in his house by now. Although first, let me just double check. 501. Yeah, that's certainly somewhat incriminating. Oh, he answered the phone. He's there right now. You seen anything unusual? I can't say that. Do you know this person? They must be answering me, but it's not appearing. Got any spare change? Thanks. I'm going to come arrest you now, probably. Wait, does Seth Boner wear a heel size 5? Let's go find out. You didn't see nothing. Wait, can I have your fingerprint? Do I know your fingerprint? Can't talk to you. Because they might be the GF one. Yeah, it's a glitch. I just did it for fun. So don't worry about it. He wire transferred 1 cent to me. It's fine. Or $1, I mean. Well, if Mr. Boner does end up being the big old murderer, anyone who felt sorry for him at the start of the video when I was bludgeoning him and wrecking his apartment, who's laughing now? Although maybe doing that is what pushed him to kill. Yeah, this is definitely where I was, because the elevator's still on the 5th floor. Because I jumped out the window. Mr. Boner. Have to be a little bit careful. He's got a shotgun. If it is him, that is. Taking his sweet time. I wonder if he's hiding his shotgun. Because it sounded like he opened a couple of doors there. Hello, Mr. Boner.
Now, if you were to sing me a tune or two in that nice voice of yours.
How'd you like that one?
You don't get it, do you, Duchess? You think your pal Lenny's gonna come get you?
Loves houseplants.
Even now with the commissioner on the 34th.
You saw them at their address around the time of the murder. I see. Can I come in? Oh, I am welcome. Okay. Thanks.
Hey boys, take him to the pier 12.
Oh, did something happen to your windows?
Bon voyage!
Oh, are these your shoes? Those are boots size 12. Maybe he's not our man. Well, this wasn't here before. Oh. Well. I see. I'm sorry, Mr. Boner. Where are you running to? Bitch. GG no re. I'm trying to search him. He had the buckshot on him. Where's the actual gun though? Hell, either way, I can arrest you. How the hell did you do that?
But I would be calling if I had a choice. Now listen, that doctor...
You have a very well protected...
The one that was
There it is.
What can you tell me about his team? You don't say. Well, yes, of course. And mustard sickness accounts for it. That's what I thought. Thanks, Gregory, darling. What? Thursday. Right. I'll call.
Damn you, Seth Boner. Alright, let's resolve this.
Taxi!
The full name of the killer is Seth Boner. I have his fingerprints. He lives at 501 Picket Heights.
When
The murder
we talk,
weapon is the
people listen.
shotgun.
Responsible, reliable, real time. Every minute of every day. Candor News.
I was going to say I see myself out. You know what? I still will. I'll see myself out. I'm going to save before I hand this one in on the... Like, the only thing that's throwing me is that other fingerprint. Because I feel like I've seen that fingerprint before, but I never identified it. Wouldn't it be cool if there was actually another serial killer just framing all these people? And it's done in a really clever way, unlike L.A. Noire, which is just hot trash. He is arrested. I kind of want this to say it's wrong, because that would be much more interesting. It was him. We broke his apartment and it drove him to murder. We caused that. And, well, whoever hired us caused that. Whoever hired us to break up his apartment. Oh wait, we never identified the person who hired me to do that. Where did I drop off that case? It wasn't 1101 Stubbs Deluxe or whatever, was it? Because if so, then that's wonderful. Maybe he knew who hired me to do it and decided to go get revenge. That would be hilarious. Alright, Bloody Blaster. Done. So we have this vandalism case, but the briefcase isn't exactly working right. Oh yeah, where did that leave our social score? Okay, one more murder case would do it. We might forward a lot of time so we get another one, rather than just get there with like side missions. Although I think we could probably do one side mission safely. Oh, it reset. Maybe it'll actually count now. I should go sell those diamonds too. Hey, it updated this time. I solved a murder that I inadvertently caused. Give me some damn fine coffee. No funny business. I threw coffee all up your walls. Give me a cheeseburger or else I'll do it again. Burger. Wow, I really did get that all up the wall. Okay, I'm going to forward a couple of hours so that the pawn shop opens up. So I can sell the diamonds. And then we'll do this vandalism case and then forward a little bit more and do another murderer. Yeah, he eats the box. I have no idea when the pawn shop opens. It'd be nice if some of them had their opening hours written outside them. Yeah, they ain't open. Alright, well, let's get inside even though the cold doesn't affect me anymore. And take a look at what we know. Ah, okay, we know the person's name. That's good enough to go on. Charlotta Penna. Blue eyes, size 12 shoes. First name, initial C. Yeah, we got given the full name. So we need to bust into their house, cause a little bit of damage, take a picture. Charlotte Penna. Charlotte Penna, there you are. 1502 Stubbs Deluxe. Another address I feel like we've seen often. Okay. I'm gonna wait another couple of hours though to try and get that shop open. Or 1 hour. Surely it opens at 9. Nope. It is a dodgy place. Maybe it does only open up at nights. But early nights though, not like 2 in the morning. Alright, never mind. Let's go to Substocks. I've still got 1 inventory space, so we're okay. Absolutely fall down the back of this. I have been here, I've got the key. Why does everything taste like the Matrix in here? Hang on, there's a security system in here. Let me just go turn that off real quick. Oh, this was a murder house, like really early on before I played this on stream. I recognize it. Yeah. Who lived here again? Dean Beckford. Don't remember the name, to be honest. But I have been in here. That's probably enough damage. Plus, honestly, what I did to the place before I arrived. Now, where is the hand-in for this? 501. Isn't that the house I just wrecked? Oh wait, no, it's his neighbour. Huh. Hell, he'll have heard me do it. I wish I had an umbrella. Stay alert. Good advice. Still closed. It's weird you can only sit in certain ones of these. The story I've concocted in my head for that one is the neighbour knows that house is empty now because the person inside died or was a murderer. So they're bringing down the property value by having it wrecked so they can purchase it for themselves. And become a wealthy apartment owner. And rent it out to some poor sod who has to pay $1,000 a month. Weird guy just going around with an injury. I know that sounds like an amount you would be charged for rent. That's why I picked it. It's ridiculous. Let's see if it's open. Maybe I can call them. Oh no, they're open. Perfect. Hellish weather out there. They're open, but no one is here, so I could quite freely steal from them. For I am inch high, private eye. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm here to sell stuff. Can you do your friggin' job? Hello, yes, I'd like to buy something. And by buy, I mean sell. Ooh. How come this diamond's worth so much less than the other one? That was worth like half. I guess one of them was flawed. That's the best one though, it has character. Give me a big old hot dog. Yep, my hot dog. There you go. I'll eat it in front of this homeless person. Already? I only rested for like 4 hours. It's supposed to be 1 every 24. I definitely did not rest 24 hours. 104 Gomez. Well, this could be the one that maxes us out. Red Gum Ripper. Hey, it's finally a killer who doesn't have bloody in their name. 104 Gomez. Well, certainly, this is not Gomez's house. We're here fast. You're holding a ball. We're here fast enough. We should keep an eye out for anyone acting suspicious. Or anyone who's unknown. What's your name? Baron Hayek. Why don't I know you? Can I have your fingerprints? Interesting. Before you leave, just because I don't know who you are, can I... How do I... There. Just in case. Excuse me, did you hear anything unusual? No. Well, he just changed clothes in front of me. That's pretty unusual. I got here before the cops. Oh, this is my house. This is the house I had before when the tutorial starts, I think. I should still have the key to this place. Nope, no I do not. The cops will be along shortly. Ooh. Wait, somebody's coming to answer the door? Oh, they have a spouse. That could be bad for for them when the cops arrive, because they sometimes just assume it's the murderer and start shooting. I have no idea how to use that tracker I put on that person, by the way. I don't know if it shows up on the map or what. Oh, crap. Well. The cop answered the door? Never mind, I was not there fast enough. Wait, maybe I can talk to them. Calvin Ward. A fingerprint I don't know. Another fingerprint I don't know. What the hell? People have moved in, I guess. He hasn't set up a crime scene yet, so it's not safe to go in. Well, I hope that's the person who's been murdered, because I can't pronounce her name. I remember meeting them once and saying I can't pronounce her name.
Every minute of every day. Candor News.
The other cop might still be in here, so I'm just being a little bit cautious. This is not my apartment, incidentally. It must be floors up. Safe's open, everything inside it's gone, so I don't think I've been in here, so this could be to do with the killer. Alright, I really hope that is indeed the victim. FS? What the hell? 3 fingerprints I don't know? What is this? FY? What? 4 fingerprints I don't know? It would be hilarious if the only one I do know is the killer. Whose wallet is this? FY. Dai Chung Yang. I think they're FY. So I think that's them. So let's move this over here. Tenancy agreement between tenant Joseph. Your name isn't Joseph. This also isn't 304. You've got the wrong tenancy agreement. I'm going to choose to ignore that because I think when that happens it's a glitch. Oh. I do see the blood on the floor. Okay, it was them. This is their employee contract. They worked at Heirloom Network. So that is the victim. And Da Jung Yang lives here too. So that probably rules out that fingerprint. I'm pretty sure that's theirs. But there's still these 3. And that's going to be the murder victim's fingerprint. Oh, they just call themselves out the red as well. Or Da Jung did. Yeah, they both lived here. So that's female and male. And the victim was male. That looks like it's a ritualistic one. Ugh. Matthew's year of birth. Maybe I have been here because both these drawers are open. Okay, they both use each other's year of birth as passcodes. There's blood splattered up on the wall. Okay, let's see what happened here. Wait, Da Jung Yang is the one who's dead? Oh. Shit. I need your fingerprint, good sir. I also need to work out what happened. Cut by a blade. Slashed to death between 10:30 and 11:45. I need to take your print, although I'm pretty sure I already know what it is. Oops, I didn't mean to press F. Hello, didn't mean to press it on him. Yeah, that is his fingerprint. Okay, well... There's 3 unidentified fingerprints, but there is also 1 identified one. But she lives here, and it's very unlikely he was killed, or she was killed, by the husband. There is only 1 body. There isn't a second body. Although it does beg the question, where is the spouse? See if there's anything on the computer. It's also just looking here for fingerprints as well. So we're looking for a stabber. Yeah, so that's going to be his spouse or her spouse. Oh. Alright, we have an anagram of the killer's name, so it definitely ain't the spouse with that many letters. So that's an anagram of the killer's name, and I'm willing to bet it's one of these 3 fingerprints. We have something else to go on. Wait, is there any fingerprints on the crumpled paper? FS. FS. So our highest priority fingerprint is FS. Because that's on the taunt left by the killer. Because the other 2 could just be cops. It wouldn't surprise me if there was a couple of new enforcers, because we had to arrest one of them. I think. So he worked at Queensworth and Associates as well. That's a place we're familiar with. Oh, we don't know we don't know anything about his partner, so we don't know when they were born. We can get into her files, or his files, whichever way around they were. Oh. Die paid. Or die pad? No, that's paid, right? That's got to be paid. Die paid. Or Dach. No, isn't his first name. Die paid? It's not part of the anagram. Oh yeah, we had the birth certificate. 1959. Hello Daniel, we are just investigating a murder, yes. And I didn't immediately know who the killer was this time, so we've actually got a thing on. I miss you like eggs miss ketchup. Don't put ketchup on your eggs.
When we talk, people listen. Responsible, reliable, real time. Every minute of every day. Candor News.
Manuela de los Santos. That's definitely not the person who is taunting, because it wouldn't fit in. I might as well check the siblings, or the spouses, I mean. $1940. Head office. J Savage? Nope. Okay, we didn't really get anything there. I wasn't really seeing any killer footprints either. Oh, hang on. Is that a footprint there? Heel size 11. That might be related to this bundle over here. Hang on, I need to check their footprints. Boot size 6 on his side of the bed. Heel size 15 on that side of the bed, so yes. So our main line of inquiry is this. This is what we know so far. An anagram of their name, presumably their fingerprint, and their shoe size. That is an odd assortment of letters, for sure. We should probably check co-workers, see if any of them kind of match up. So let's go break into Queenworth and Associates. I wish I knew for sure that, like, DYPAD is what that looks like to me. Dipad? No, that definitely is paid. There's an I there, and then that's the D. Like, it's like the Disney D. Dipad. Okay. Oh, here's the door. I certainly wasn't in an active crime scene, officer. There's a lot of footprints out here. Business will be open at this time. They might let me in and have a look around. Might have to wet their whistles a little bit. Any second. Hello, do I know your name? I do. That's a potential hazard? Yeah, so is jumping out the back of it. Marietic. Do you know this person? They work at Queensworth and Associates. Okay. Sigh. Seeing it's to bust in. Here is not though? Okay, hang on. Can I talk to you, unknown citizen? Who are you? Roisin Fitzgerald. Do you know Young? You saw them at Stubbs Deluxe 5th floor landing. Stubbs Deluxe? How much for a tour of this place? I don't know if this counts as the same place. HR. Hang on, what was her surname? Ueda? No, it's got a B in it. Okay. I'm just curious if there's any other co-worker fingerprints here. No. Are you naked? Why do you have a bottle in your hand?
When we talk, people listen. Responsible, reliable, real time. Every minute of every day. Candor News.
He doesn't have a locker here. Is this the same business? Hang on. Employee files. Employee files. Because it might not be. Because there is a wall in the way. Oh, it's not. Yeah, they're much more defended in there. He's sitting right there. Aha! Hello, car. I think this is taking me a bit too far away from my destination. Maybe not. How am I still stinky? I think I'm one floor down. Where am I? No, I'm right back where I started. Oh, but he moved, so that's fine. He went to investigate the smell, I think. I really want to take a look. Oop, didn't see that camera there. I really want to take a look at that employee notice board. I'm far too short for you to see me. Need a slightly different angle. You know, here we go. Seth Boner worked here? This place breeds murderers. I knew I recognized the name. Alright, we have the victim's employee file. I can use this to search for other names, but I need to see their files. What is that? Oh, a syringe. I recognize this kitchen. I've been in here. 1936. Akelobalo. You were murdered by Seth Boner. Wait, employee files are right here. So let's see, Antonio Walker, it ain't you. I have your fingerprint as well. It ain't you either. Nope. You're dead, so no. Seth Bonner, you're arrested for being a big old murderer, so no. Albert Murphy, no. FY, that's our victim. Flirtatious, distraction to staff. That ain't... sure, no, there's not an S in there. JC. Yeah, I've definitely been in here before I broke into this safe. Interesting. Oh, this is still on, huh? Murphy, Schubert. Nope. It's not looking like it was one of his co-workers that did him in. No. Hello, Trevor. His partner works or worked at Heirloom Networks. I guess it could potentially be someone there who's trying to spite the spouse. Stubbs Deluxe as well. That's in the same building. 9th floor. Okay. Might as well check it while we're here. Oh, this is them. This is the spouse. Do you know this person? Yeah, have I got some bad news for you, buddy? Yeah, they don't anymore. They no longer do that either. They were drunk? Don't speak ill of the dead like that. Seen anything unusual? Nothing. You will when you go home. What's this name? Yeah, I can go in here. But not in here. I've broken in here before as well. Oh, he's the system administrator. Okay. Which probably means he'll be coming back to this PC momentarily. Just in case I need his spouse's information. There we are. I need to see your employee files. You can't see me, I'm too short. I'm a ghost. No employee records there. Yoink. Look, I really don't want to have to beat you, given that your spouse has been murdered, but maybe both sides of this office are the same business. Yes, that's where their files will be then. Look how stressed he is. He doesn't even need the seat to sit like that. Oh, there's still someone here. Hello, yes, hi. Who are you? Why don't I know you? Levin Schumacher. Have you seen anything unusual? No. You will quite soon. Can I have your fingerprints real quick? No. Do you know this person? Saw him at Fitzgerald Boulevard on Tuesday. That's not really information I can use. I want to come in and look around. But that's not an option. You will give me the door code. For 100? Sure. 0451. Why am I so stinky? Oops. Oh. There must be some mistake. There is no stinky little gentleman here. See, I really just need to look at who works for you and then I'm out of here. Yep. En Usui. Hang on. Where's the note? No, there's no N in it at all. I think she is still smelling me. Oh, I can inspect her. What shoe size you got? Shoe size number 5. Nope, doesn't match that either. I am going to have to bludgeon you if you don't move soon. It's a ghost! Look, I'm sorry, I've got stuff to do. Yeah, big friggin' gun! Amar Atik. No. IF. No. GD. No. GE. I'm also just kind of looking if any of these match up. But no. Eden Bird. Also no. Levin Schumacher is the person I just bludgeoned. Chicken Savage. J. No, so close with no. Joseph Schmidt. Sorry. My condolences. And that's you. So no, none of the employees who worked for the spouse or worked with the spouse. I'll see myself out. We need to start asking people if they saw anything weird. I don't know you. Jatara Savage. I think I just read your husband's employee file. Nothing. I need thinking coffee. We got a little bit of a head scratcher. Yes, I could technically look through the phone book to try and find something that looks like the anagram. I probably will do that if I get stumped for too long, but I'm just trying to find more information first. So let's canvass some of the neighbors then. So he lived at, what was it, 102 Gomez, 101 Gomez, 104 Gomez. Hello, Mary. What did I just say, 104? Oh yeah. We're mostly just gonna go talk to a few of his neighbors, see if they saw anything. Starting with, no, not you, I just spoke to you. You're the cop guarding the, you're very tall. The big old murder scene. There's a lot of footprints here. You seen or heard anything unusual? Nothing. Really? Do you know this person? Yeah, not anymore, they're not. Loved. You saw them at 2:45. Okay. Do I have your fingerprints? Yep. GG. And we're looking for FS. Okay. You saw nothing, that's fine. Oh, that might be my old apartment. We'll try one floor up. I think one of the houses up here is empty because one of them was a murderer as well. Okay, you overlooked the murder scene, so hopefully you saw something. Put some damn clothes on. Nothing. Oh, I need to go back in and check the last number dialed on their phone. That might help. You saw them somewhere around Stubbs Deluxe? Yeah, no shit. Why does it sound like I'm on the Star Trek Enterprise over here? Unknown citizen. Oliver Morozov. Seen or heard anything unusual? You did. Hopefully something relevant to the current case. Long brown hair. You saw them at 4:04 on Tuesday around 11. At 4:04? They were looking angry. Do you know this person? Maybe we should go have a look at 4:04. Wait, do you live in 4:04? Why was everyone saying the dude was drunk? Come on, leave him alone, he's dead. Can I have your fingerprint? What size shoe are you? Size 15. You don't match. Are you at 4:04? No, you're at 2:04. Clear his throat. Yeah, you do that. 4:04. Weird they didn't close their door. Jake Bullock. See anything unusual? Nothing. Do you know this person? He's looking off to one side all suspicious like, and he's dressed like a burglar. You saw them today at 11:15 AM. They were drunk. No, you didn't say that. Can I come in and look around? Oh, I can. Okay. Do I have your... I don't have your fingerprint. What size shoes do you have? I think we may have found our guy, even though it does say heels, but that's okay. Wait, Bullock. We found our guy. J. Bullock. Hello, Mr. Murderer. I was just going to say I recognized this house. There was a murder here. I wonder if the evil spirit possessed him. He is standing within a couch. So, I don't have handcuffs, but you're definitely the dude, so I'm going to have to leave and come back real quick. Although I wouldn't mind getting your fingerprints first. There it is. You're a sous chef. Well, I'll be back very soon. I'm gonna have to try really hard to remember that I don't have no fall damage when I start a new character. Or I should just really, like, rush trying to find that augment again, because it is handy. So, we know... What do we know? What do we know and what do we not know? The full name of the killer. Oh, I didn't get his full details, damn it. So, we do know who it is, though. I like the idea that it's just the... Like, there's an evil spreading from person to person. This is not the right house. And that's what makes them all leave the same ritualistic marking. How goes murder? We just found our second murderer in the same session. And this one might take me to maxing out the character. It's one of those people who likes everything off. I see. No murder weapon on him. His hand is right there. Can I take a fingerprint from his nipple? Count up from 3. Book him, Daniel. I need your fingerprint, buddy. What was it? Up from 3? Up from 2? Damn it. Up from 3. Might not be for both. You live with someone.
Real time. Every minute of every day.
He just gave me his fingerprints because I asked nicely with the augment. Alright, what is the full name of the killer? The full name of the killer is... Why are you not in this list? Because I didn't pin you in the list, that's why. There you go. His fingerprint. Where do they live? Where am I currently again? It's 404, right? 404. Error not found. Where does the killer live? 404 Gomez house. I haven't located the murder weapon though. We're most likely looking for a combat knife. I'll take those handcuffs. I want to see if I was on the right track with his shoes. Yeah, he wears heels. Size 11. I was indeed on the right track. Where is... There it is. I think he's sleeping while handcuffed. Close to Handin. Book him, Dano. Wait, I already said that. Bake him away, toys. It is weird that a killer set up shop in the home of a previously murdered person. I guess there's only so many apartments. I didn't king shame. I didn't draw attention to the fact they had handcuffs in their bedside drawer. Does this get me to max level, or will I have to end on a small case? Oh, it's so close. Damn it. Alright, we just need an easy stolen item safe for, I mean, a low paying one would be easy. In stolen item case. You know, oh well, let's get rid of the red gun ripper. You got done in, buddy. Oh wait, we didn't finish that vandalism quest, did we? No, I think I did. I did hand this in, right? Yeah, I did. Just didn't get rid of it. Let's try this. Nora Basque, I remember you. I've had a George Scott collectible sports card stolen from me. It was taken from my bedroom at sometime between 11 AM and 12:15 PM. 1201 Stubbs Deluxe. Okay. So we're looking for a collectible baseball card. Oops. 1201 Stubbs. Oh, I already bunged it on. It just never puts it where I am. Alright, so she's the client. We're looking for... who? Didn't he get hit by a football in the groin in The Simpsons? George C. Scott? Arrgh! My groin! No, they did a version with George C. Scott. And the only film I know that he was ever in was Exorcist 3. Well, we really knows what it was and when it was stolen, so we're going to have to find something in the apartment that incriminates somebody. I've seen you going around. Taken from the bedroom. Must have been taken by someone I know. No one else would have known about it. Taken from the bedroom. Okay. I've broken into this safe before. You're not very secure. Bailey Good. Who is Bailey Good? Do you live with them? What details did they give me here? I guess they do both live here, yeah. Okay. So we're looking for a fingerprint that isn't one of those two. Or mine. And it has to be somebody they know. I don't think her partner would be the thief, but, you know, we don't know yet, I guess. That is someone she knows. How many people do you know? There's a lot of names in here. Two different handwritings though. Do we know your handwriting? This handwriting. Actually, sample type B. Is this sample type B? No, it would be this. So on the assumption that's her, then there isn't that many people she knows then. Timothy. Oh wait, and these aren't surnames. I shouldn't be pinning these, I should be pinning their addresses. So you live at 104 Gomez. You live at 1203 Stubbs. Timothy is 101. (103) and Shin at 1202. So assuming that is correct, that's why did those automatically link? Assuming these are all, this is her handwriting sample, which it looks like it is. The thief is one of these people, because they're the ones who know her, because that's her handwriting. We could also look around for security footage if any of them were near the house at the time of the theft. Because we know that the time of the theft was between 11 and 12:15. There's No fingerprints, or no footprints, I should say. It's so weird that NPCs get stuck like this. They do let you come in and look around, so it does kind of imply there is something to find, but... I guess we'll just canvass the people who know her. So we're in Stubbs Deluxe, so stands to reason we start with 1203. 1203 and 1202. Hang on, she knows both her neighbours. Alright, story checks out. Cuckoo. Ren. Thank you. I'm here looking for a priceless baseball card. I really hope it's not up here because I can't get up high enough to see what's on there. Overpayment. Violet D. Oh, this was the house used in the tutorial. Free camera. Damn, this has a lot of stuff in it. So you've been turning off all your lights like an insane person? So they do have baseball collectible stuff in here, but not a card. I'm going to rule that out for now. Quickly rule out the other neighbour, then we'll go try and look at the security footage. Although I don't remember what floor the camera is on, I just remember it's one of the business floors. Unknown citizen. Hi Yun-sin. Okay, yeah, we're in the address book. Can I come in and look around? Not a chance? You really shouldn't have said that. This is a big house. Business card, passcode. Of course, they wouldn't necessarily, even if we did find the right house with the thief, they haven't necessarily hidden it in their home, because they do seem to quite frequently hide them at their place of work. But I have no idea what else to go on because I couldn't find anything at the crime scene, which seems to be often the case with these theft ones. I should go disable the security quickly now. Oops. Oh. See, I need to sabotage this, but you're in the way. Thank you. Where is the floor with the cameras? You went in... I wonder if that door's open. Am I already too high up? Are the businesses lower down? No, no, there we go. Wait, what is this? Oh! I didn't realize you could get out onto the roof of this building. What floor was I on? I was on floor 12. Go from 11 now. Yeah, that's where the murder was. Where is the damn floor with the camera? Oh, there it is. Let's just shut off that pesky alarm for now, shall we? Thank you. Alright, good enough. So, it was the 12:01 at 11 AM.
New rejuvenation clinic opening soon. Customer by nomination only. Contact your local health representative to find out more.
What the? It skipped the 12th floor. The 12th floor doesn't have a camera? Ugh. Well, maybe we could see them on the stair at the right time, I guess. It was taken... Wait, how does this make sense? 010279? Shouldn't that be 011179? Well, either way. Cops were around for a while, obviously, on the day of the murder. We need to get to 11. This isn't as fast as doing. witness. So we're looking for people passing the staircase from 11. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's meant to be 12 and it's just written wrong. Between 11 and 12:15. Dane Beckford. You're not on the list, so I'm gonna presume not, but let's just bung you over here in case. Unknown citizen. Okay, we have an unknown citizen. Dane Beckford again, unknown citizen again. Because at least if we have these pictures, if we meet them at the door at all, we would know, hey, you were in the building at the time of the theft. Unknown citizen. Okay. So I don't think it's either of the two, but I can't say for 100% sure. I could certainly go use the government computer to look up their names. Let's just do like 1 second afterwards. No. Okay, I think that's about it. How are they setting off the alarm? Oh, I guess there is an alarm there, there's just no camera. The alarm's off on every floor, how are they still setting it off? Get the hell out of this building. We'll go search the other buildings that is not Stubbs Deluxe, starting with, I guess, Novak House, 101 and 103. Alright, let's see who lives in here. Because they weren't home. That's your fridge? Bank statement just sitting out is not normal, which implies... Oh wait, who does that say? Timothy Doyle. So it is Timothy's house. We know that much. Oh, that's you even more in the red now, Timothy. Why did I pick up a sharpener? He's a nurse. Oh, right, that's why I recognise the name, because I've seen him in the government building. So, Timothy works in the... I can probably just get his fingerprint off the government computer. There's not much to his apartment, it's pretty small. Can I use the toothpaste? Can I de-stank myself? The unknown stank. It might be the coffee. Maybe it's coffee breath. let's try and break in there in case it's in there. Might as well while we're here. He's just leaving all these important documents around. He has a safe right there. With there not being much to the apartment though, there's no notes or anything sitting around. I will go get a safe cracker for his house, I think. But let's just check his neighbour real quick. 103. Oh, somebody is in.
This building has entered a security protocol.
Damn it.
Thanks you for your cooperation.
Helen something or other. Can I come in and look around? Sure, let me just examine you real quick. Oh, you didn't match any of the people on the camera, but since you let me in peacefully, I might as well have a little gander. Wow, your apartment is so much larger than the one right across the landing from you. Where's the justice in that?
Opening soon. Customer by nomination only. Contact your local L10 representative to find out.
Okay, you've got a loaded gun on the bedside table. I see. Oh, you got a safe as well. Wait, was her name even the name on one of this? Oh, it was Ellen, yeah. Ideally I should check her safe too. 5747. You seem relatively clean for now. Oh, thought that might be the neighbour. So that Timothy guy will just be up the stairs here. But actually I am going to check his safe first. What number was it again? Oh, it was only the first floor.
This building has entered a security protocol. Stalking thanks you for your cooperation.
Okay, the first number must be a high one. It's taken ages to find it. You thieving piece of shit. I gotcha. I have recovered it. Who stole it? Him. Kicked down the door. Oh, okay, if you insist. Okay, I did the thing. Recover it and then take it to 1201. I'll show myself out. This building has no chill. Wait, was I to put it in the mailbox? Is that what that said? Damn it. Go! Commencing Inchai Private Eye mode. The windows do eventually get repaired, I believe, yes. Oh yeah, they definitely do. Because Pagano's had a bunch of them penned in and yeah, they got replaced. 1201. 1201. Cover it and place it in. Okay, I've got to try and aim this when I'm this height. I think that counted. Plot route to Handon. Oh no, it's Cole! Cole! No! No! You know, I'll see myself out. Oh. Oh, this is a door, thank goodness. I've got to find a phone. The arrow is a lie. No, sorry, that's not it. Pardon? Because I found the thing. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. I did do it right. Did that max it out? It did! Okay, what happens when you get the final social credit level? What happens? Where'd I go? What'd I do? Oh, retirement is a case. Okay, archive this. Retirement. Get a form. To resolve this case, provide answers. I guess I've just got to go to the government building and retire or something? Yeah, the kicking down the door thing is a bit weird because you already break into the apartment to find the thing. I guess it wants you to be like to know you're right before you do that, maybe? Retirement form? Retire. You cannot take your possessions with you to the retirement district. Please nominate a citizen to receive your possessions upon... Oh! Please leave additional comments below. Hang on. Butts. Note butts. That doesn't count. Who will I leave my possessions to? I don't think that's how it works. I mean, it might be, but I don't want to. I want to start from zero because it'll be harder. Who are you? Unknown citizen. Can I have your name real quick? Penny Tyus? It's your lucky day. You just inherited all my crap. Butts. Butts doesn't count. Just plot route to Handon. It's fine. Handon. Are you ready to retire to the Field Retirement District? This will end the game for this character. Yes. It was very enjoyable though. Goodbye, city. I caused more crimes than I ever could have possibly solved. It was a good day. Gunshot fade to black. It would be cool if you start a new character and the first case is the murder of your old character. That would be great. Because there is no fields to go to, like you just get taken out. That would be a neat ending. Nope. Yes, retired. I don't think we're supposed to be seeing this, though. But either way, that, like, even if it crashes here... Oh no, okay. Yeah, we don't have a progress... Oh no, we do. We could load one of the previous saves and we could technically still do more, but... my mouse is not responding with where it is on the screen. There we go. No, I think the game is having issues. Either way, though, that was a very fun playthrough of Shadows of Doubt, and I want to do another one. I want to do one in a bigger city, and we're not going to have everybody's fingerprint by default, so it's going to be a hell of a lot harder. If I leave it a few days, hopefully they'll fix the Twitch integration. I wouldn't count that as being a super high priority for them, though. But it would be neat if they did. So, we'll see.